is how can one remain faithful in a continuously changing society?
I think there's a few things that are quite important in reference to this question that are really important to engage with when it comes to how young people perceive themselves within being faithful, as well as just how everyone else perceives the youth and what faithfulness looks like. And I think an important element of that is the question of vocation and the extent to which we have categorized vocation to a specific limitation. I think a lot of young people often want to give themselves, want to place themselves in a position of being fully active and fully functional, but have not found themselves called to priesthood or called to consecrated life. And I think there's a newfound discussion around how we're able to use our multiple vocations to remain faithful, and inclusion of things like discussions around the economy of Francesco and what that means to have an economy with a soul. Discussions around things like what it means to take care of the environment, Laudato Si, in terms of the conversations that we begin to have around the friendship and companionship and what that means to young people, Fratelli Tutti. All of these are elements that now begin to place us in a position where our existence within faith is not limited to existing in a vocation of clergy or in a vocation of being consecrated, but exists such that we can use our daily lives as expression of that faithfulness in a way that seeks to make the world better, in a way that seeks to bring the world to God. And I think young people find more expression in that element, and they become even more engaged, not just with our careers, etc., but with our being, with the church, with God, with faithfulness, as well as with the understanding of the fact that vocation does not limit itself to just being a member of clergy, which is fantastic should you opt for it. And that in and of itself is a message that has been central to bringing young people towards God, bringing young people towards an understanding of the world that says that ultimately you can exist in a world that is faithful, that is changing, and still maintain your faith with the ability to do so. And I think this is mentioned quite nicely earlier on, maintaining responsibility, maintaining an understanding of what is required of being faithful, while also being able to ensure that your contribution to the world isn't something that is limited by misunderstanding of ultimately what is most important